didn't even hear myself when I talked. That's like really really low. Okay, okay. You nailed it, eh?
Did I? It was good.
I guess yeah. Yeah, it's really low.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like even at full blast, like actually you can hear it, but it's like very chill.
So you hear mumbling, but it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I mean you can pick like what we're saying, but like it's very low. So
yeah. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. I like it. Now, so you see us live, right?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We're watching
And
this.
did it go up on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the thing? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll put you.
Do you see see anyone in the chat?
No, 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 no. I just pinged the Discord.
Oh
Here.
yes.
If you want, you could do it on Instagram.
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
While that's going, let me just get a drink.
Yo, what's good? Dragon Ball Fan Podcast going live in 3.5 minutes. So jump in. I'm gonna have the link right up there. Okay, we're gonna talk about big channel updates and around updates around our channel and our content. I'm not gonna be recording this, so don't have time. Again, now we're at 3 minutes. Jump in. Okay, let's pass the link. Now I just need the link. Video. We got some people jumping into the chat already. And I'm coming back, coming back. Am I right? We got Lilter as well.
Yo, yo. So I go
What's
down the
good?
stairs and
Did you fall?
okay, so Rocky's toy was like a ball, but the stairs was like really dark. And I just step on it and I take a flip and I hit my head on the side door. I'm like, what the
Oh
fuck?
no, that was your head?
No, it was my foot first and then my head. And I'm like,
Oh
fuck.
shit, are you good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I go down the stairs and my dad's like, he was sleeping. He's like, what the fuck? Did someone break the door? And I'm like, no, no one broke the door.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Holy. I'm good
I'm
though.
getting a link up right now. This is a post. Okay, well, let's save it.
Got some people in chat.
We do. We have 4 people in the chat right now. We got Tap as well.
And Nell's coming back. No, he's not, bro. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Who's NL again?
He's a character in One Piece, but like very early on. So this guy's coping, thinking he's gonna come back at some point, but he's not coming back, bro. I'm sorry to break it to you, bro. It's his favorite character. I'm sorry to break it to you, bro. He's not coming back. If he does come back, though, hey man, I'll eat my words. I'll eat my words. I'll eat my words. He's the Eminem. He's basically Eminem. That's what
We can
Oda.
bring you up if you want to actually talk shit. Here
Oh
you go.
no. Well, I was actually talking to you right now, but I was saying how so now Oda got inspired by Eminem. So he gives off like Eminem vibes, like old school Eminem with like the do rag and stuff.
Ah, very cool. I like that.
Okay, let's do this. Definitely excited to talk about like whoever comes into the live today is really gonna know what's coming out.
Yeah. Cool.
Just throw this. excited. Oh yeah. Also, I think we should bring up today, Mike, as well. I think what we should bring up too today, and I know I see some of our Takame viewers as well. We should definitely talk about why we didn't get to it last week, and why we won't get to it this week, but we'll get to it next week. Because unfortunately, we're on chapter 3, right? So, but we'll concentrate. We'll do
When
it.
is the earliest that we can talk about chapter?
Technically, we can talk about chapter now because everyone else is doing it. But like in terms of showing a bit of the panels, if you like you don't have to show it.
When is it like allowed? Like, when is that?
The 21st, yeah. Dude, you know what's crazy too is like, oh, we should definitely talk. Yeah. Actually, chapter 5 should be out in like the next day or two. But dude, I've been actually missing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be honest with you, bro. Ever since we've been doing the cut stuff, it's been really hard to wait the next week.
Oh yeah. Actually have cliffhangers again.
Oh gosh.
I agree.
You know,
So I just set it down for our last
just don't yap too much.
yeah, that's tough.
I do like the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a little Maple Story intro.
Yeah, a little bit. I just have on my notepads. Actually, can you hear me well, by the way?
All right, give me a hi. How you doing? Say greet everyone. Tell them we're about to start up.
Yeah, guys, we're about to start up here. Can you hear me? It's good.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. How does that sound? Let me see. A little louder. A
Yeah, it's
little
good.
louder. Okay, cool. Here we go.
Face to face and bar to bar, I learned to chase the pain and arm the scars. And my tail fire, that's a Charizard. And we aim higher than the Taj Mahal.
Welcome to the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast. My name is Mike, but you can call me Kaiser. My co-host is, of course, the Vegeta Preacher, Sky, everybody. You can also call him Josh. You can also call him the loser of the next debate, but we'll get into that later. Josh, how was your weekend?
Weekend was pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. I didn't really do much though. I mean, I guess Sabrina and I, we watched a lot of One Piece. That's kind of it. And we watched some movies too, but we never finished any of the movies. It would get to like we would get to like the third quarter of the movie, and then we would just sleep. It was just like crashed out. At least we woke up early.
So you keep like starting new ones, but then not finishing. Is that because they're just not like they haven't been worthy enough, or like
No,
what's up?
They were ones that we've seen before.
Oh, okay. So like
Yeah.
nostalgia kind of.
Yeah,
look
like
back.
on Friday we watched Happy Feet, and we went to
What?
sleep.
How
Yeah.
was that actually?
Dude,
I haven't seen it.
I totally forgot about like that movie. And then Saturday night we watched Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis,
And
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
isn't there like a big scene in the big train station at the end?
Well, I don't know. I don't remember that movie at all, to be honest.
Never mind.
Oh my gosh. Say
we
hi
got
to
Gerald in the chat as well. We right here. We're right here. You see
I
that?
know,
You see
I
that?
know. We got that
We
like
got
fusion dance like synergy. We got like that Goten and Trunks. I'm definitely neither though because they're both terrible characters. But if we have to, I'll be like Piccolo. I'll be like the one who teaches. I'll be Piccolo because Piccolo is actually cool. The other two not so cool.
you that works for you. Like if I were to give you a character persona, because you're usually the one updating me on the Dragon Ball verse, and so that makes sense. I feel like
Wait, do you think like Piccolo, he he comes home from training or meditating, and he knocks onto like Goku's house. He's like, "Yo, man, there's like this new meat in stock, bro. Like you need to check this shit out. It's like the Saiyan, it's like the Super Saiyan bull meat, bro. In the new in the near supermarket. Like, do you think Piccolo's the one who gathers everyone and tells me, "Yo, they're like this is the new thing," or "Yo, this thing is so good." Like he tells you about the new.
do I think that he's the one knocking on Goku's house door? First of all, Goku's not even there.
Yeah, he's
Let's
on
be
Beerus'
honest, he's
planet.
on Beerus' planet. Okay, and two, Goku doesn't give two fucks.
Well,
He's like, whatever is in front of me, I'll eat it. I'll inhale it. It's fine.
you
But
know
then, no, I don't think it's him either giving the update. Although, in the very last chapter, what we did not touch on is that he had an what is it called, over the shoulder bag. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. I'll see if I can pull up the panel. But he had like an over the shoulder bag, which is obviously popular now.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. But yeah, like maybe Piccolo doesn't update them on everything, but he probably updates them on some things. Come on. So, like,
I mean, that's a given. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we got Gerald in the chat. He said, "Yo, One Piece is what does that mean? Piak."
peak. It's peak. He's just
Oh.
being. He just yeah. This is One Piece is peak.
We got Cursed Strings in the
Wanderer.
chat. Oh, that's Wanderer. Okay, 666. To be fair, Piccolo seems to be the only one who can use a phone. Superhero movie. So he definitely got Twitter. Yo, for real. And not only did he have the phone, he had the phone case and the little, like, he's like a little behind, because like the hanging piece, you know what I mean? Like, we haven't been doing that for a little bit, but yo, he is, I mean,
You know what's
he's the
crazy
guy.
too? Is,
Maybe
like,
he is the guy.
the Dragon Ball verse makes no sense sometimes. Like you'll have so many things that's so futuristic, like these flying cars, and like and you get these phones that are like from the 90s. It's like, what's happening here?
Also, I need to point your attention towards the chat because Gerald just blew my mind. It was Pan's bag.
Yo, bro, Piccolo. Yo, how is it? Yo, can I just say something? How is it that Piccolo is now 2 for 2 on, like, for example, like as a father figure, bro? Goku with Gohan, and now with fucking Pan, bro. What is Gohan doing?
Okay, so Piccolo got 3 pluses in the dad category, and Goku got, it was one mistake that lost him like 100 points. Okay, so of course, the whole Goku forgets who Pan is. I think that's 100 points.
Oh, we're getting into
Right?
this.
So,
Wait,
I mean,
wait, hold
we
on,
got to get
before
into that, but I'll just
wait.
got to give Piccolo some flowers because one, he didn't give a shit. He wore the bag. Okay. He also said bye to the teacher. Bye. Have a good day. Like very fatherly. But also when Goku came to him and he's like, "Yo, let's fight." What does Piccolo love doing? He does like to fight. I mean, let's be
Yeah.
real here.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, the responsible thing is I need to go pick up that kid that you don't even fucking remember right now."
Oh, I got to
He-
look at your
yeah.
granddaughter, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that you should be doing, but
What's a granddaughter? Sky, stop the cap. You're gonna need to put some respect on my boy Goku. At least he was dead. What? I'm sorry. I think I messed that up. Yo, I've been doing good in the reading. I got confident and I just attacked that comment. I was like, yo, let's go. Okay, Sky.
Josh, you read it because it's to you.
Sky, stop the cap. You're gonna need to put some respect on my boy Goku. At least he was dead, so Piccolo had to step in. Gohan got no excuse. Hey man, I'm not giving an excuse for Gohan either. I ain't giving no excuse for nobody.
Yo,
They're all
points
bums. The best fathers. Actually, we're talking about this in Discord. Yo, Dan, if you're still in chat too, I don't know if you were in that conversation, but yo, top 3 fathers. Are you ready for this? Vegeta, right? Not in no order. Krillin, and King Cold.
Oh, that's wrong. That's the wrong list.
Okay.
Wait,
so,
King Cold.
So wait,
oh,
on,
that's fair. That's funny.
King
That's
Cold?
that's the real punchline. Okay.
No, but the thing is King Cold was actually a very good father to Frieza. If we're being technical here as who was a good father, King Cold only did what was best for Frieza. Always.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I'm actually gonna say.
Oh my gosh. Vegeta's great. What do you mean?
I think the number one. I'm not. Oh, Vegeta's a good father. He's good. Krillin's number 1.
Krillin has to be number 1.
Okay, and then you've got Vegeta number 2, and then realistically, you got to give it to Bardock with the recent developments. When you build up the whole story, it's Bardock, 100%. And now we got some spec on Ultra Instinct Bardock.
Bro.
Let's go.
Bro, Anel comeback says Alec top 1. Bro, what are we Broly's dead? You forgot King Vegeta? Yeah, I mean, he was protecting Vegeta.
Oh, Broly's dad.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Paragus is a good one. Especially Canon Paragus. So Canon Paragus isn't as much of a dick as you would think. Like, if we're being technical here, he was pretty much right. He had every right to be pissed off at King Vegeta. I mean, to hold a grudge on his son, no. But in terms of being pissed off at King Vegeta, he was right in every way. Honestly, Vegeta's probably not in my top 3 for being real then. It would probably be Krillin, Paragus, in no order, by the way. I'd probably put Krillin, Paragus, and Piccolo, right? Even though Piccolo doesn't have a kid, he is a great father figure. I mean, he is the father figure for Gohan. Let's not do this. Like, let's not do this here.
Okay.
There's no way we actually think Goku is the first father figure for Gohan. Come on.
Oh, no, it's not. It's Piccolo.
It's
wait.
Piccolo.
Is it Piccolo first?
That's what I'm saying. It is first.
No, it's Goku. It's actually Goku first.
Well, the thing is, Goku was,
and then it's Piccolo for the rest.
Yeah, but I feel like Piccolo was there even when Goku was there too.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, even I get what Wanderer is saying in the sense of like when Goku was dead, yeah, Piccolo had to be the one to kind of be there for him. But at the same time, even when Goku was there, Gohan was relationship with Piccolo was always best. Paragus is a good dad. Goku is... Bro, how is Goku first? Come on, bro, what are we doing? Nah, the Grand Priest? Bro, the Grand Priest holding all those angels, bro.
That's not canon. That's not canon.
No, but the Grand Priest, that's all his kids, though, the angels.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Here's what I'll say. Paragus, maybe not a great dad, because he, like, was just totally chill in both uncanon and canon for like missionarying out his son. That's
Excuse me? Please use different words next time. For fuck's sakes, Mike. What the fuck was that? Oh my god.
For having his son like for hire. Sorry, as like a soldier for hire, okay?
Oh, that's
you know what?
Right.
I don't know if it's me.
That's a pause. That's a fucking pause.
Yo, that's on you, bro.
But yeah, like King Cold. King Cold is not crazy. King Cold is actually great, and Frieza only did what was best for the universe, erasing the Saiyans. So.
Yeah, but like I know the Saiyans were already kind of like barbaric and shit and kind of for hire, but at the end of the day, they got to the level and devastation that they were at, because they were essentially part of Frieza's army.
Yeah, no,
so,
I'm obviously playing because if we're actually talking about if you have to erase only Frieza or the Saiyan race, technically speaking, you still erase Frieza because Frieza was destroying planets with a Ki Blast. The Saiyans still had to get to the planet and just commit genocide. and then leave.
Okay,
They didn't.
but here's my-
They weren't destroying planets. Frieza was destroying whole planets. So Frieza by himself was more than equivalent. He was like double or triple the amount of power than all the Saiyans combined in Planet Vegeta. So I mean, yeah, if you had to pick one, you obviously want to remove Frieza from that. But we eventually end up knowing that Beerus is the one who's who told Frieza to destroy Planet Vegeta. So,
but why though? Is my question. Do we know why? Has he said why he did it?
I mean, we know Frieza is just racist, right? I wonder what Beerus's intention was, though.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Maybe you know what it was. Probably. I mean, actually, no. Beerus doesn't really give a shit about that. I was gonna say maybe they weren't bringing in enough like resources, but it's like Beerus can just get those resources by himself. He doesn't care. So it's like I don't know. I don't know if that was the reason. I hope one day we dive more into that, but I don't know if we will. I feel like we would have got that in the Granola arc when we get that little talk with Vegeta and Beerus, but we didn't. So since we didn't get it there, I don't think we're ever going to get it because a lot of things in stories are going to be left unsaid, right? And maybe that's one of those things. Tien is the best father. I know where this is going, Dan. Chiaotzu is not. Okay, his favorite character.
That is not a. Let me tell you guys.
His favorite character though is Chiaotzu. His favorite character. I've never seen that. No. His favorite character is Chiaotzu. Now, knowing that, respond.
I have something to break to you. All right, listen. It's not much of a father-son relationship they got going on there.
Yeah, there's some. Weird
I won't. I just. All I gotta say is there are videos breaking it down. I think there's a little something funky about the relationship. And Josh knows what I'm talking about. We're not gonna go into detail. Chiaotzu, still a cool character. Like first shapeshifter we ever get in the show, I think. So major props. Why don't we ever use that, by the way? That seems like a good idea.
Why doesn't Tien just grow 2 more arms anymore?
Listen to me. I think as a general game plan, we should always have Chiaotzu go out first. Because we always listen. Let me tell you why. We always need more time, right? There's always like we need more time for Goku to get here. We need to confuse the shit out of these enemies. Imagine Cell games. Cell is standing up there waiting for them, right? And who steps up to fight Cell? Cell. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the look on Cell's face? He'd be like,
the Spider-Man meme.
Oh man. Yeah.
Now Kid Goku is my favorite character. Oh, that's definitely valid. We're gonna actually dive into a little bit of Dragon Ball before we talk about other stuff too in this stream. Actually, maybe we could even segue to that.
Yeah, we can start by talking about Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Then cue it off that way.
Yeah, let's do that. So, yeah, Dan, you were just saying Kid Goku is your favorite character. We're actually going to be reacting to OG Dragon Ball again on the channel, which is really, really cool. Wait, can TN do a boosted tri-beam can if you use 4 hands? I actually just talked about that with you. I talked about that with you on the call a couple of days ago. I said, imagine if he had the 4 arms.
You said the 4 arms.
Yeah. And then I said, if he used tri-beam, he would be holding cell for 8 hours.
Oh, yes. Yes.
We were talking about that the other day and it's funny because
Josh approves.
The reason why that was being talked about was because I was just finishing our recent event, custom event thing on the Discord. And yeah, so we have on this month's custom event, Vados, the angel, has 4 arms. She's got that technique. So some people are thinking she's top 1 in this one. Some people are thinking, she's definitely stronger because you also with 4 arms, you're a lot stronger offensively and defensively because you can block in different areas now too. So
that's true.
Yeah. So
you can be playing both an offense and a defense, or a very aggressive offense.
OG Dragon Ball is actually unhinged. Toriyama had Master Roshi looking crazy. Yo, bro, Toriyama was going off. But you know what? Yeah, we're gonna be reacting to OG Dragon Ball, and the very exciting thing is, it's not just gonna be us two. It's gonna be some of our mods as well. who are also family members of ours, and it's gonna be great. And it's gonna be like first time reactions. And there are some arcs that I've not watched in a long time. Like I'm talking like the beginning of Dragon Ball till I want to
Yeah.
say, I think even past Red Ribbon Army. That's how like there's a solid like 60, 70 episodes where I haven't watched in years. So getting back to that and then seeing like other people like Tiff like react, oh my gosh, it's gonna be great. I mean, even you
Some
said
first
you haven't
timers,
watched
yeah.
it in so long. So it's gonna be really
Yeah.
exciting. It's gonna feel like a first time reaction, and I mean, like when you're with other people too, it gets even more crazy.
100%.
So-
Yeah. I mean, you have like there, we'll get into the people for sure, but like, you know, we have such an interesting group of people. Some who have probably been like around Dragon Ball but haven't haven't watched it at all. We have
Yeah.
people that have seen a little bit of Dragon Ball but it's super, and then like so they are aware of the world a little bit and some of the characters.
Yeah.
But now they get to see the humble beginnings. You have us who like straight up we've seen it all, but we haven't. Now we've come off the pinnacle of where we're at, and we're gonna go back and see the humble beginnings, and that's gonna be just so satisfying.
Yeah.
So satisfying.
And what's crazy thing is too is like we were planning on doing this a long time ago. Like when we
Yeah.
started the project, we literally said once we branch out of just doing podcasts and do reactions, because that's what we always wanted to do. We wanted to do the podcast and then slowly branch out to do other things like reacting, like talking, like doing like custom things that we've talked about on the side that we won't say yet because we're still on the works on. But like
Yeah.
we always are like, yo, we should go back to OG Dragon Ball because we both have not watched it in its completion in years. Like I haven't watched it from episode 1 all the way to the end before Z in it's probably since the first time I watched it. I've read it, but even that was years ago. So it's like it's gonna be really, really cool. And again, we're gonna be watching with people who have never, and that's rare. Like for our like age group, be like, oh no, I've never watched like OG or like Z. There's people in our group that have not watched Z. Like imagine someone getting
That's true. Yeah.
getting the first moments of like Super Saiyan Goku or Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Vegeta crying to Goku, telling him he has to kill Frieza, not beat Frieza. There's a difference there. Or like Vegeta slowly transitioning into from this villain to anti-hero to Z fighter hero, right? Vegeta sacrifice. Like, yo, there are people like if we eventually like if some people really like OG Dragon Ball, maybe we'll run the gauntlet eventually too. Maybe we'll go back and go to Z as well. We'll just continue.
Oh,
why not?
100%. Like I can't say for certain, but my assumption would be that look, we're gonna get into it a little bit. We're gonna have Dragon Ball and something else going. I think Dragon Ball, once that's done, if we're all like, this is awesome, whoever wants to be on, maybe it's new people, maybe it's the same group, maybe it's a mix.
Yeah.
Who knows what it looks like? That's quite a far way ahead of us because we have a lot of Dragon Ball to watch.
Yeah.
But when we get there, I kind of lost my train of thought.
You're getting too excited.
I'm getting too excited. Oh, but once we get there, I mean, we might as well just keep that time slot. Whatever that time slot ends up being. Be like, okay, now we're gonna get Dragon Ball. Maybe there's a break, and we try some new stuff because it's gonna, but like not like a break
like
and then
long.
something else fills the spot. It's
Yeah.
like no. It's like maybe like a week or a couple weeks. Or again, we'll get into potentially what that
Or
schedule
maybe-
is gonna
or
look
maybe
like.
like-
A lot still in the works, but
Or yeah, like or even we could do OG Dragon Ball. Maybe take a couple weeks off, kind of thing. So one second.
Yeah, guys. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we're going to have a few different people jumping in and joining with us. So
Red
what's
Ribbon
going to be,
Rocky is reporting to duty, so BRB real quick.
of course, Red Ribbon Rocky, for the folks that don't know about the lore, is Josh's bodyguard. Now, of course, Sky has his, I have mine, I have Gabby, which is the sassy, I don't know. We'll call her the Empress. Okay, she's a little sassy, but also she's like wants to be around you. But I'll tell you what, if someone takes a swat at me, she's taking a swat at them. So, we've been kind of working them in a little bit. Basically. We love our pets, honestly. So, what's going on in the chat? Let's see. So, oh, you're gonna love it. I'm rewatching it right now, and Yu Yu Hakusho is next. Now, is Yu Yu Hakusho, is that the one where the guy is dead? He's like a ghost fighter or something like that? Help me out. Let me know what that is. So thank you everyone for jumping in the chat. It's been like a pretty dope spot we got here. We got Eno, we got Gerald, we got Cursed Strings, we got Lilter, we got Tap. Thank you all for jumping in here. We got Tap, of course. Something tells me it's a Beanie's out here somewhere. She's always out here. Maybe she'll be part of some of the stuff we're doing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Josh is going to talk about that a little bit. Yes, I'm glad. You know what I'm curious to know what you guys think. So, growing up, the animes I watched were a lot of the mainstream stuff, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade stuff that was linked to, you know, the stuff that you would actually buy, merchandise and stuff, right? But the only other main anime that had my heart was Inuyasha, and I'm curious to know what the love is like for Inuyasha. If anyone's watched it, anyone's been curious about it, because I'd love to even have like a stream where I just go back and watch moments or something like that. That like is such a good show.
What'd I miss?
Not much. It's basically just filled.
Why is everyone saying yes? Yeah, the main character was dead in the trailer.
Oh, we were talking about different stuff. So he referenced Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh my god,
and
Yu
so
Yu
I
Hakusho
asked,
is
that's the ghost fighter guy. Yeah.
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 Amazing. Better than Hunter x Hunter, my opinion.
Now I heard the live action is actually really good.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Okay, but here's the thing.
You could do that on your own time.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. No, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Between me and you, Mike, since I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho, does not give a shot. I'm just saying. You know how I am with live actions. To be fair, you know how I am with live actions. Go on it because you've never seen it. So, like, for example, I don't think it's bad for people who have never watched it, just because there are people who never watched One Piece and went to the live action first, then started watching One Piece. So it's like, okay, you know what? That's cool. At least you didn't go from that and then just be like, you know what? This is all I'm taking. Like, no, taking the original, the original stuff as well. But yeah, I have heard it's not one of the worst live actions. That's all I know. It's definitely not Dragon Ball Evolution.
That will be something that we probably watch with the crew as well.
That'd be funny.
That's one we talked about.
But yeah, everyone's saying yes.
That's what I was asking about. Yeah, it was like I was asking them. No, it's the Ghost Fighter, and they're like, yeah. Yeah, the main character was dead in the trailer, I think. Yeah, which is kind of crazy. It's time for you to get on that One Piece hype, Kaiser. So, I don't know if I said this. I think I did. Okay, so yeah, I started watching One Piece. Me and my partner. Yeah. So so me and Alexa started watching it, and we saw episode 1, and it was okay. Episode 1, I don't think is the strongest, but you definitely get an idea of the world. The main villain you get in that first episode, it's like
Alvida.
Yeah. So she's something. She's something.
Yo, Alvida's fire, bro. Yo, he don't know yet, chat. He don't know about Alvida. You don't know about Alvida yet, bro. Alvida's silky smooth.
I think, yeah, so
with that Birdman meme on.
Luffy's cool. The character that's kind of like the other crew's B, to just put it nicely, is now kind of joining, I guess, Luffy. We've had Toby. So Toby, right?
Kobe.
He Kobe?
Yeah, Kobe. No, it's.
I like it.
You can't have the K, bro. He's not that nice, bro.
He's not. Yeah, no, he's not, because he's actually just really annoying at the moment. He's just super whine. But again, that's first episode. And then Luffy doesn't say much at all in this episode. The most extensive conversation we get is when he says, "I'm made out of plastic."
Yeah.
That's it. And then the rest of it's him saying, him punching Kobe, and Kobe saying, "Why'd you do that?" And then him going, "Because I felt like it." That happens like 4 or 5 times in the first episode.
Bro, Luffy's my goat, bro. I'm sorry. Luffy's fire. Luffy's fire.
They call him the Pink Mamba.
See, bro, look at chat. Alvida hot, bro. Trust me.
Elvita hot. Okay. We got some love. We got some love for Elvita. Okay. So of course
he hasn't seen the most important Straw Hat yet. That's why. This is actually he's never actually watched One Piece, guys. Like at all. So he doesn't even know like the names of people. Like before I knew One Piece, I knew already like 6-7 of the Straw Hats. Because like my best friends already watched One Piece. They're like, yo, bro, like you need to read it. And then I lied. I watched it until I got to a certain point, and then I had to read it. But where I was watching, it was still on the same arc on the reading, but it was like 50 chapters after. I won't tell you the arc, what it's called, but yeah, there's an arc later on. It's like in the episode 600s. But yeah, you haven't even seen the best Straw Hat yet, bro. You haven't seen my favorite Straw Hat. You know who he is, but I don't want to say this. I don't want to say his name. Actually, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this thing's like fucking 25 years old. But Zoro, have you ever heard of Zoro?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
They've even mentioned him, I think. Haven't they?
No, not yet. But bro,
They did mention him. He comes up. He comes up, and like they talk.
One? Was he?
The name comes up for sure.
Pyro Hunter Zoro, probably. Yeah. Maybe. I don't remember.
I remember them saying Zoro, but anyways, maybe it was a trailer that I saw or something like that. Anyways, so that is something where we might have discussions randomly. Like I'll get to a certain point and we'll jump on a convo. If Alexa jumps on too, that's dope. But at the very least, you'll get these two beautiful faces, and we'll just be talking a little bit about where I'm at, what my first impressions have been like so far. Of course, I just gave you a little bit of it. So far, I'm at like it's got tons of potential. I'm not like deterred away from it. And Dragon Ball kind of helps you transition into another weird world as well. So, yeah, I'm into it. I'll give you guys an update shortly. But what we will also be watching is to be determined.
I mean, we can say some of the options. It's already.
We can say what the options are. Yeah.
Bleach is definitely one of them. You have never watched Bleach, but you know a lot of Bleach.
I know a lot
much of Bleach itself. I mean, not like not like what's actually in the show, but in terms of knowing how big Bleach was and and the impact it's had and blah blah blah. Like you know of Bleach more than I'd say you know of One Piece, to be honest.
I've been aware of Bleach since I was the kid watching Dragon Ball. I was aware because the promo would come up on YTV, the same place that I would watch. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For Dragon Ball. So it would come up. I'd be aware of it. People would talk about it. I got that there was a hype for sure around it, but it was just always like that messed up schedule. It would come on. I'd see a little bit of it, but I had no idea what was going on because I didn't know what happened last episode or the last 10 episodes. Yeah. So that's what makes it hard, but it looked cool. And as a kid, I wanted to watch it. I didn't really like understand like, oh, like maybe there's a YouTube or I don't even know if we were watching when YouTube's around.
I mean, I wasn't. I was just watching whatever I could watch, bro.
Yeah.
Get that on the TV, watch the same 3 episodes of Namek Saga for a month, and then just, rinse and repeat.
Then Garlic Jr., you said?
Yeah, and, get some Garlic Jr. in there, Sizzle in some Android 19 with Vegeta Super Saiyan, like 4 times. Seeing Android 19's arms being ripped off. Like, I was scared as shit. As a kid, I'm like, bro, 2 arms this day, 2 arms this day. It's the same fucking episode. What is happening?
Oh my goodness.
This is back when I was like whatever about Vegeta. I was like Gohan guy growing up.
Yeah, you know what's funny? You know what episode was that for me? For some reason, I would always tune in, and there'd be like, for some reason, they moved the time slots around, and it was like Goku going to fight the Red Ribbon Army. And it was like, this is supposed to be Dragon Ball Z at this time. What is going on? We're not even in the right show right now. What is going on?
Bro, GT did that a lot, bro. The amount of times I've watched the was it Super 17? Like when they come back from hell and they all come back and then Vegeta like one shots Nappa, like that whole sequence, bro. I swear I've seen Vegeta murk Nappa a million times in my fucking lifetime, and none of them were because I wanted to watch it. It just happened, bro.
It was just on.
Oh my god.
That's so funny. I know. He just like, but Nappa was just like around going, destroying cities. Vegeta's weak as shit. He's been getting slapped around by Goten and Gohan for all season. And then, but he's out here still like doing, basically flicking him away like a pest.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course. He's way too strong.
Oh yeah.
I mean, base GT Vegeta is like insanely strong still. Sky,
True.
you can go ahead and tell him who's top one, and it's not Shanks. Yeah, it's Zoro, of course. Zoro's best character. But yeah, Bleach is definitely one of the shows. One of.
Yes. Tell them what the other ones are.
Yeah, so another one we're looking at is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, this one from the cast of people who plan on reacting, that's the one that I feel like they're most excited for. Now, everyone's excited for everything.
Yeah,
everyone's pretty much excited for everything. But when we had like our discussions yesterday and we were talking about our lineups, when Avatar was talked about a little bit, like a little bit of a synopsis, everyone got pretty excited for that one. And they're like, let's hope it wins the poll first. If it's close, we'll probably pick it. If it's not that close, then maybe not right away. But that is a guarantee that we are watching Avatar.
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone wants to watch it.
Right now, Bleach is killing it.
Yo, Bleach is like, it's insane how much Bleach is winning right now.
It's like doubling over. So if you haven't voted, make sure to go to, where can they still vote?
They can still vote on our Twitter, and our YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Instagram has expired. So go to YouTube, go to our channel, go to the community tab, and you'll see the poll there. If you haven't voted already, vote there. If there's a show you know, out of the 4 there that you want to see. Also, if there's any that you want us to get to eventually, drop them in the chat now. I'm curious to see like what, you know, even our shows that you haven't gotten to for a while that you want to get back into and watching with a group of folks. So drop them down there. I'm curious to know. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so Josh, what are the other couple of shows that, just to say it on the air?
Yeah, so we have like 2 more that we have. And one is Jujutsu Kaisen. So Jujutsu Kaisen's been doing pretty good on our Instagram poll. I mean, that one kind of finished now. But it did pretty well on Instagram. And I believe, I'll just recheck, but I believe it's doing pretty well on YouTube now too. So that's a close one as well. Jujutsu Kaisen is a newer anime. I am caught up on it, and I really do like it. We have more votes again. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's some more votes. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is actually winning on YouTube. So,
how many votes are on Jujutsu?
Well, I can't check right now. You can, because you're streaming on the thing.
Yeah. Okay. We got a super chat. Thank you, Tap, of course, for shooting that across. Really appreciate you. We got a great chat today.
Yeah,
Josh, great chat.
Great. Alvida's
We got
hot.
the course.
Love it.
Alvida's. That's awesome. I love that.
That's great.
Yes. So we are going to start playing around with more content for sure. So that is something for you to look forward to. Maybe for the next show that we have, what we'll do is we'll have like, we were thinking about doing like a reveal poster, or like in the form of a thumbnail.
Yeah.
So like episode 1 or whatever, right? And so that's gonna be, maybe that could be like a reveal for like the cast and stuff. I think we want to like just also make sure exactly who's gonna be on what and what we're gonna be doing. So that will be a cool little reveal, like the thumbnail reveals as to what's gonna be, what that's gonna be like and who's gonna be on it. The other thing is that, of course, we have little passion projects that we want to do sometimes, and so those might be things that we sit on, we work on for a while, and we want to push out. And so I have one in mind that's gonna be fun. I don't know exactly how it's gonna go, but it basically came off of a theory that I had. And Josh, I want to run this by you live on the air. Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
What is the over under? Give me a percentage chance that this happens.
Okay.
That Krillin, who has recently established that it is actually important to him now that he continues training, right? So listen, we got all these different species that have found ways to evolve through their bloodline, through their tradition, through their bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
What is the chance that Krillin is the guy that finds something through humanity, where he can evolve and find this new form, like through that, like this whole, especially in this whole narrative now where everyone's got their own path, right? What is the over under on that? What's the percentage chance that happens?
So under being like not much at all.
You just give me like a percentage chance that it happens.
That's a 0.01% chance. For me anyway. I think Toriyama, the late Toriyama, the GOAT, and Toyotaro, I think they kind of missed the ball on the humans now going forward, just because I think, as much as I love Vegeta and what he has in his arsenal, I think putting the humans in planet Yardrat would have been better for them to grow and get stronger while not feeling like they had to get to some superhuman kind of route, so that they would have to be like deemed like viable. So having them all learn Force Spirit Fission, having them all learn instant transmission, having them like, that would have been so much better for me than just them somehow just getting like power-ups and like being able to, you know, go toe-to-toe with someone like, you know, of the next arc. To me, instead, if they had like instant transmission, Force Spirit Fission, stuff like that, that would have been really, really cool for them to get. And I feel like it's more in line on them as humans. Do I think Vegeta needed that? No. Do I think anyone needed it? Not really. But I feel like with the humans, it actually makes pretty good sense.
Let me ask you another one. Okay, this is the last, and then we're gonna go to the chat. This is my last one. What is the... Okay, we saw Roshi... This is all canon, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on what side you sit on. Bardock... One second.
You're blessed.
Thank you.
Oh, I know where this is going. You're blessed.
Bardock and Roshi have both gone Ultra Instinct without even trying to do it. Now, it was short-lived, but Vegeta has said he wants to go his own path. Okay, that's fine. We've had all these different people that say they want to go their own path. You telling me that Goku's dumbass could figure it out in under 48 minutes? You think you bring that to Tien? Tien won't be able to go Ultra Instinct. 100%.
But the reason why Goku got Ultra Instinct is because he's a dumbass.
Okay, that's not true though, because Roshi's not a dumbass, and we all know Bardock's the GOAT.
Okay, Roshi isn't technically a dumbass, but he still is a dumbass. If you know what I mean.
No,
you know
he's blind. He's blinded by his lust. That's just what it is. It's what it is. Are you frozen? Oh, okay. I thought you were frozen. You're just once there.
I can't believe what I just heard. That's crazy. Yeah, let's get to chat here because there is a question.
Yeah.
That needs to be answered.
Yes, it does.
When's next Kakame chapter reaction gonna be? Now, unfortunately, I've been wanting to react to it too, but we just can't. We just couldn't have. Well, I can't speak. We couldn't do it last week.
That was on me. It was on me. I had to push the show, so guys, my bad.
No, it's fine. I mean, IRL stuff, you know, happens. and we can't do it this week because on Thursday we are discussing chapter 103. But we will definitely be doing 2 chapters next week. Like we will definitely be doing 2 chapters next week. And I mean, actually, you've been there for chapter 5, so it won't be new content for you. But we do we are going to put chapter 5 out in the next day or two, which we should have done it a couple of days ago, but that's on me now. Now we're going back and forth. That one is on me.
Yeah, I got to get a lot of Dragon Ball fan podcast content up as well. So, yeah,
we're still dipping our toes, right? We kind of just started the project, right? We kind of went with the flow. I mean, we started this project and I didn't even know how to edit yet, at all.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything, and
we had a vision, and we were so passionate and driven about just getting it going, which is honestly the best way to just start. Like sometimes you just gotta dip in your toe. No, I think we actually
with the whole
jumped right in. Yeah, exactly. We grabbed each other. We just jumped in. Were we skinny dipping? I don't know.
No.
So no.
Definitely not skinny dipping, brother.
So me and Josh were skinny dipping, right? And we grab it. Okay. Anyways, so this has been. Yeah, I know. I've been let go. So it's been. Listen. It's been it's blast. We've always said, this is a garbage truck on fire. We've borrowed that phrase from other channels. That's the approach we like. I think it's forgiving, but it's also like, yo, listen, we have nothing to hide. We don't care. It's fun. It's funny, and it's a good time for everybody. So we want to mitigate mistakes, but when they happen, it's like, whatever, let's just own it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's also why we're doing the reaction thing too. It's because it's something that we've actually wanted to do. Because the thing is like, you could do reaction content and just do reaction content, but like we are literally doing it with people that we obviously know, whether it's family, whether it's close friends, etc. And we are just sharing the experience of watching shows together, and it's just always better that way. Sharing it with people, and even if it's not like fully physically, it's like being able to talk about something. Like imagine having someone to talk about Dragon Ball with other than just ourselves, right? Like imagine being able to talk to our cousins or whatever, right? Anyone else.
100%.
So, yeah, we really like doing that, but we segued from Kakame to that. This is why you are here at the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast, because we just talked about a bunch of fucking garbage truck on fire.
This is why we have a podcast.
This is
because
exactly
me and Josh
just go super ADHD with it.
100%. It's a gift. It's a superpower.
So wait, was Raccoon a human? Was it ever talked about?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, Josh, take the next question. I'm gonna actually look that up.
Oh, okay. I was already looking it up. The unnamed race. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
What does that mean? Oh, so no.
Yeah, so no. I want the androids to step up too. 18 and 17 versus OG 73 rematch needs to happen. So that is a good rematch, Gerald. And the reason why it's a good rematch is because it tickles Mr. Mike over here. It tickles his theory on OG 73 coming back. So maybe that.
Oh yes.
Happen. Maybe that rematch does happen. Roshi did a little bit in the manga. Yeah, I think that's what he's referring to. The Ultra Instinct against Jiren. It was like for like a few seconds or whatever, and then
I would have loved if they did that in the anime. That would have been cool, but they would have taken all the steam away.
Yeah. Yeah, the manga tournament power. I mean, the manga in general for Super is a lot different than the anime. So I always tell people, like, if you've only watched the anime, read it. If you've only read it, I mean, there's no one that's only read it, I feel like. Unless they just starting it now, maybe. Because the anime was ahead of the manga. Because the manga Tournament of Power finished like almost a year after the anime finished airing. So,
I have a little bit of info on Raccoon here. So members of his race. So like Josh said, there's not, but this is the Dragon Ball wiki. Okay. So just to scratch that Raccoon itch. Members of his race are muscular, large humanoids, much bigger and stronger than the common Earthling. They all seem to be lacking eyebrows. At some point in history, Frieza integrated members of this race into the Galactic Frieza army, with the mutant Raccoon being recruited in the Special Ginyu Force. Of course, we know that part.
Yeah.
So do we see? Oh, that's what I'm wondering. For them to say seems to, tends to, have we seen another member of the race, and maybe it was just a background kind of character, and we didn't notice it, or?
I don't know, actually. Good point. I do not know.
Other members of this race. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look right. That is that even the right? Oh, I see. That's a filler. Yeah. So we got a list of folks here. Clone Raccoon does not count. That does not count. We got Numeg, Papa, or Peppa. We got Vereen. We got Sukop. We got Zufotu. And that's it.
Okay. Whole bunch of gibberish to me, but I guess let's talk about one of the other, or last one, at least for now, shows that we have on the poll. I mean, we'll always add an extra thing to the poll after one is finished, but we do have My Hero Academia as well, and that one, funny enough, is the one I'm most excited for because I've never watched it ever. So actually, that's a lie. I'm most excited for, and that's crazy to say this because I've already watched it, but I'm most excited for Avatar, just because I think everyone else is going to love it, and I can't wait for their reactions to it. But even with Bleach, like if Bleach wins, there are some moments that I'm like, I'm gonna be looking at you specifically, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I want to see this dude's reaction because this guy might actually get up. Like this guy might actually like get off his fucking seat. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, I'm like, yo, okay. Because Bleach has those moments. Bleach does have those moments.
Okay.
And Avatar has those moments where you're just like, this was a kid's show? There's no way. Like, it was so ahead of its time. And I think everyone in chat will agree. Avatar The Last Airbender was decades ahead of its time. In terms of actual substance, no, animation, no. But in terms of what was being said, what was being taught. Like, these are shows that I'm showing my kids. Because it teaches you valuable lessons, not only for a 12-year-old, but for a 22-year-old, for a 32. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can learn something from Avatar. And I think that's the beauty of it, because it's not just like this adventure, which it is. It's
it is a beautiful adventure, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but you do get these certain characters. Again, I don't want to say too much, but there are characters who they really make you think. Like, there has been episodes of the Avatar: Last Airbender that I swear to you not, Mike, I would finish it, and I was just like, yo, what? Like, really? Like, wow. No, seriously. I'm like, there's going to be moments, I promise you, that everyone on that couch, when we're reacting to it, is going to be like, there's no way this is a kid's show. There's no way. It's impossible. As a kid, I was like, oh, cool powers. I watched now, and I'm like, yo, that was deep. Okay, actually, I rewatched Avatar in like 2 years ago. I rewatched it, and that was the first time I rewatched Avatar since I was a kid. Or since I was like a young teen, or maybe like 11, 12, 13, whatever. And I was like, the replayability in the show is phenomenal. Like I even told myself, I'll go back to this. I'll rewatch this in another 2 to 3 years ago. Like, it's just so good. And then Legend of Korra, I know a lot of people are like, it sucks. No, Legend of Korra is great. It's just different. It's just very different. Avatar has a lot of like valuable lessons and stuff like that. Korra has that too, but Korra has a lot of great fight choreography. It is a bit more ahead of its time because of it came out a bit later. So, animation got a little better. But yeah, even Legend of Korra is fantastic too. And side characters, that's the best part about Avatar. Like, that whole verse, whether it's Legend of Korra or Avatar: Last Airbender, the side characters are just so good. So good. All of them. They're just such good freaking characters. Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody is going to love it.
I'm very excited. Here's what I will say. We had a little meeting yesterday. We all got together and we just went over like the descriptions for all of the shows. That was just one part of the meeting.
Yeah.
And we all thought that every single show sounded really cool. One thing I like about all of them is that they all have like they're all uniquely different, very different from each other. My Hero, being like, My Hero almost sounds like an anime X-Men. Okay. Do you see the parallel Do you see
Kind
the
of
like with
like
kids
yeah,
in the
yeah.
school? But yeah,
Everyone with all these different kinds of like powers and yeah, I get that. I get that.
yeah. So yeah, I'm really excited to watch like literally any of them. Like it, of course, we're leaning towards Avatar. If it ends up being My Hero, I'm stoked for that too. Alexa, I know, like, heard from people that she's been around, like, oh yeah, like you should watch My Hero, you should watch My Hero.
And there you go. And
So
that's not even the one that's winning the poll. So like we
yeah,
have people in our like reaction cast where it's like the viewers are gonna grow to love too. One and two, it's really cool to see like, okay, this person got told that My Hero it was really good, yet it's like the one that's has the least votes right now. So it's like all of these shows are just good. Like you can't even look at the votes because, for an example, if we took out all the Bleach votes and just put another anime there, maybe a lot of those Bleach guys are like, "Yo, we also love My Hero," so all those votes go to My Hero, right? So you can't base it off of that. That's why we're gonna do that new structure where it's like after we finished one, we're not gonna go to the second one that won the vote. We're gonna re-vote because then how do you know that all those Bleach people would be on Jujutsu Kaisen second? How about if
yeah.
those Bleach people want more My Hero or want more Avatar? So stuff like that, which is great.
So just for y'all to know, this won't be live. These won't be live
Oh,
reactions. So that is just something for y'all to know. Of course, you'll continue to get your regular scheduled content. Again, we will get back to you with what that schedule is going to look like. We're still driving down the information. Again, we don't even know what the other show is we're
yeah, we don't even
watching.
know yet. Yeah,
Yeah. So we're excited to do it. And in general, just to hang out and do it too is going to
it'd
be a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I mean, we're gonna
Yeah.
have so much content for everyone. Like, we're gonna have our podcast, and the thing is too is our podcast can be so diverse now. We can even have like segments where we discuss the episodes that we got on. Maybe some of the people who reacted can hop on, like week to week or whatever, and be like, "Yo, like, how'd you like these 3 episodes?" Blah blah. Maybe, or maybe we'll do that separately for other stuff too. Maybe we'll have a separate podcast once a month that we do where we discuss like an after show, but like we do like a full on like get together, like a 2 hour show or something, where we do once a month or whatever, where we do something like that. But yeah, like we're gonna have so much content. We're gonna have Dragon Ball, another show, the Mongol Lookout, a podcast. It's almost like every day there's gonna be something for you to want, right?
100%. Yeah. Especially with like the shorts and stuff like that too. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. There's a lot to look forward to for us, but also I hope for you guys as well. Let us know if this is stuff that sounds like exciting stuff, whether you're watching now or you're watching after the fact. Always appreciate y'all's opinion. Now, of course, if you want to have your voice heard whenever you want, you join the Discord. You hear? As you can see, there is no. I gotta point this way. There is. What's the best way? Right there. Right there. You see that? That's a scan me. Now scan it. Scan me it.
So
there.
So how about if they're watching on phone?
Then you can screenshot it. You can go to that image, and it will populate the link.
Oh, will it?
That's what I've discovered recently. Yes.
Oh, I must be a fucking boomer. I didn't know that.
I didn't know until recently either.
Holy
Trust
shit.
me.
That's interesting. That's cool.
You know what had me feeling like a boomer? So I went to the office recently, and someone used the word glizzy, and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
It's a hot dog,
Yeah,
and it's also a gun.
Yeah, but so what are you, a glizzy gobbler or what?
I mean, I like street meat. Is this a bad thing? Is this like an inappropriate thing? Do people say glizzy for inappropriate hot dogs?
Let me tell you something, man. You loving your street meat, I guarantee you're a glizzy gobbler, bro. That's all I know. You're a glizzy gobbler. That's all you gotta say.
I'm concerned. I'm going to pause or refrain from using glizzy moving forward until I fully understand the use of that word. We got pause in the chat. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I agree as
we
well.
should hit the pause. Yeah.
I guess we can talk about what we got going on for this week before we end, maybe?
Yes. Now, the one... Okay, no. Let's get into it, and I'll add that caveat after. So, of course, today was the episode of Dragon Ball Fan Podcast. Thank you for joining in. Josh, tell them what we're getting into for the Manga Lookout.
Yeah, so before we get into the manga lookout, I just want to say thank you everyone for, stopping by. Spotify as well, right? If you have Spotify listeners, give that a 5-star, give a comment, and say Vegeta is better than Goku, especially. That's the most
Well,
important
like,
thing.
don't lie to us. Just like if you want to comment, yeah.
Uh, and then Thursday, yeah, we are going to be talking about chapter 103. And this is a very important chapter, Mike, because, this was a rough month for us Dragon Ball fans. And we also have a guest. We have a guest for the Manga Lookout, our first guest in the Manga Lookout lineup. Uh, you know, I'll say this real quick. You know, I was thinking, by the way, before we started stream, not like 10 minutes before we started stream, but like earlier today.
Okay.
If we had like a lineup of guests from the fan podcast, the Manga Lookout, how about if we had like the Manga Lookout cast versus the Dragon Ball fan podcast, had like a Monday Night Raw versus like SmackDown? Bro, I'm cooking, bro. I'm cooking. No, I'm telling
Yo,
you.
me and Josh have a very similar, like, we get excited over the same ideas when it comes to like how the channel can evolve, and that's
Yeah.
how we knew that like this was going to be a sick project, because a lot of the channels that we like watch and admire, like the way that they grow is so sick, and to have like like legit to have panels and like eventually to have verses and shit, like imagine it won't happen on time for Sparking Zero probably, but like if Sparking Zero comes, it's like like you're saying, Manga Lookout cast versus
Bro,
the Dragon
That
DBFP.
would be fire. And then like if we have people who've been on both, the one that they went to first would be the one that they go to. Or
Oh,
something
for
like
the
that.
guests and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we could definitely do that.
Yeah, but we need more people, right? Like when we get more guests, I'm saying by the end of the year, maybe we can have like a special stream where we get like a Sparking Zero or I don't know, something like that. Some cool thing. Or there's like so many online things you can do too. Like we just need to figure that out. But yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we have Toby. Toby's our guest, our first guest on the Manga Lookout, which is exciting. And yeah, we have a lot to talk about for chapter 103. That's gonna be really exciting. I know we're holding it off. I want to talk about it now, but we cannot. And also, I'm gonna reread it. Right, support the original content, Viz Media.
Yeah.
I'll be out on Thursday. I believe it'll be out around noon, EST. So we're looking around 11 a.m. around 11 a.m. to like 2 p.m. is roughly around when the chapter comes out. So we'll have enough time to digest it in the original source in terms of translation. So there's that. And then also in the next coming days, either tomorrow or on Wednesday, we will have Dragon Ball Kakume episode 5 out as a VOD. And there's some little cool edits of me zooming in on either one of us being a little weird.
That's the best.
Which is cool.
Gotta love super zooms.
And yeah, we haven't been doing too many shorts recently just because we kind of pushed out a lot of shorts the week before that I'm just kind of like, there's not many shorts I can do. We need to space them out a bit more, especially when we do reaction content. We're probably gonna have to do like 2 a week. I mean, we're gonna have so much content anyways. I'm pretty sure the viewers won't mind, but yeah, we'll probably still have like 2. You know, it'd be really cool actually. It'd be cool to get like one from everything that we do. So like one of the reaction, like a big moment of the reaction or something, if there is one. If there isn't, we don't have to do it for that week, but we could do that one and then one in the Manga Lookout, one in the fan podcast. Because quickly, just to dive in real quick, we're on break in April, so that's when a lot of our content's going to be able to open up here, and it's a great time for us to, I was about to say spread our cheeks, but but more like spread our, our content.
What?
Our
Okay.
content out, yeah. So that's going to be really, really exciting. So you're not only going to get the Manga Lookout and Dragon Ball Fan Podcast, and also that's going to leave a lot of room now for us to catch up on Kakume, which is good. That's really good for us because then we won't have problems like this that we just have where we skip 2 weeks of Dragon Ball Kakume. And then once we eventually get caught up to Kakume, that's going to be really exciting too, because that's another thing that we're going to be like monthly, yo, that's out, yo, I can't wait for that. Because we're really enjoying Kakume. Like it's just a normal, just another manga. It's just in the Dragon Ball verse with Dragon Ball characters, different writer. That's all it is. That's all we're kind of viewing it as, because it's drawn very well. It's written very well. So I'm taking it like it's the real thing. I'm not taking it like it's fan made. I know it's fan made, but I'm not taking it like very lighthearted. Like we've been writing notes.
It's a split in the timeline.
Exactly. We've discussed about Kakame after the streams, before the streams. It's something that we are passionate about as well. We just weren't able to get to it last week, and unfortunately this week. But we definitely promise you that this week is going to be a banger as well with chapter 103. And don't worry, because Kakame will get 2 chapters next week on Thursday, which is going to be really exciting. We haven't done 2 chapters in a couple weeks, and actually in over a month now. We haven't done 2 chapters of Kakame. So that will push us to, what is it, Mike? What chapter will we be on? We'll be on 8, right? Well, I think we're doing 7 and 8 after that.
Yeah, I mean, something like that.
I think we're going to be on chapters 7 and 8, or 8 and 9, actually, I think. Something like that. We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. We'll be live in a few days.
Exactly.
We'll let you know.
Exactly. This podcast is going to be named from now on the Dragon Ball, the DBZ Pause podcast. Yeah, we might have to do that. The DBZ Pause podcast. That's funny.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, but then, we wouldn't go DBZ, it's Dragon Ball. But then you get into this issue where if you abbreviate it, it's DBPP. And I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, true.
DBPP?
Yeah, I know.
What's the name of your podcast?
It's the DBPP. TV.
There you go. No, for real. It's funny though. But yes, so this is pretty much us coming to a close for the DBFP, the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast. Like Josh mentioned, we are coming at you in just a few days with a brand new chapter, an exciting one, of course, with Dragon Ball Super Chapter 103. 3?
Chapter 103, yeah.
103. Now, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. It's going to help us out for the VOD after the fact. And then also, subscribe if you haven't already as well. I'm pretty sure y'all have been great, great about it. But if you haven't, maybe just do it. So there you go. We got that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Josh, any closing remarks for the beautiful folks we got here in the chat?
Honestly, guys, not even just trying to say it. All I'm going to say is really do look forward for what we have in store in the future, because you guys are going to honestly meet a great group of people as well, not only us, that are going to be part of this channel as well. And we're going to be like almost like a big family soon, right? It's going to be really, really fun. And I can't wait for you guys to appreciate some more people that we have for content coming forward. But yeah, chapter 103 in a couple of days. That's when our next live will be out. And yeah, we'll see you then. Just make sure to notify yourself on the premiere. We'll probably have that out, on Wednesday, I'd say?
As soon as possible, yeah. I've been a little late on the premieres recently. It's been a little busy, a little cray-cray. But I'm going to try to get that up earlier. You'll see it come up. Follow the premiere. You'll see us go live. DBigPP says Gerald L. Kwok. Thank you. We appreciate that. And on that note, that will be the final comment. This has been the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast. That's Sky. I'm Kaiser. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Face to face and bar to bar, I learned to chase the pain and arm the scars. And my tail fire, that's a Charizard. And we aim higher